Alright, we're going to make a broth out of the denser, thicker parts of this Resinous Polypore. Some people would like to try to call it a velvet polypore, velvet mushroom, or something along those lines, because it's kind of got a velvety texture on the top of it. And yeah, this is pretty tough. This is not something you're going to want to saute. It's going to just be chewy. So we're going to simmer this down into a mushroom stock. So I'm just cutting them into more manageable pieces. And I'm having to cut with the grain. Cutting across the grain. It's kind of difficult with this mushroom as old as it is now. So just take your time, be careful using a blade. Some smaller pieces here. Alright, there we go, smaller pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this back into the bowl here. And we'll get to simmering this up. Okay, to begin our broth, we're going to take some canola oil or flavorless oil here, and I'm going to insert there, and we're going to basically sweat our carrots, our onion, so onion here with the skin on, and garlic. There's some garlic here. Alright. Get out a little bit. Saute that up. Then we're going to add our mushrooms. And I've chopped them up so that there's more of a surface area for them to get rid of their essence. Stir that around. Some bigger pieces in here. So I'm going to take the bigger pieces, I'm going to take them kitchen shears and chop these up. So got more surface area. Alright, almost forgot the salt. And the salt's to taste, so I'm just going to add a little bit. This looks like about, for what we have here, it's about a teaspoon and a half. But it's to taste, so I'm not going to add too much to start. You can always add it later. You can always add, but very difficult to take away, especially salt. And what I'm going to do is just mix this up and reduce the heat. I want it on low heat. And we'll let this simmer for an hour after we cover it. Like so. Okay, here's our broth made from Resinous Polypore, or what do you call it? Resinous Polypore, or velvet mushroom. It's a little early, you have to forgive me. This was boiled down. I actually kind of rendered it for 2 hours because I used the thicker, the denser parts of the mushroom, and then I let it sit overnight. because it was really kind of a light taste. You could barely taste any mushroom flavor, but this is actually pretty good. This is actually really good as a broth. So what we're gonna do next is strain this, and I think I'll probably even pressure can a bit of it just to preserve it or keep it for a longer time. So here's the broth. It's actually really tasty. It just for because we use the denser pieces, older pieces. This took about 2 hours to at a simmer, and then I let it sit overnight.